A very warm welcome to Christian meditation. The whole session lasts about 50 minutes. We meditate in the centering prayer tradition, beginning with an opening prayer, followed by reflections, and then 25 minutes of silence. We believe this practice leads us towards a more contemplative life. Enjoy your meditation, and thank you for being with us.
Opening Prayer. Eternal God, through our meditation, may the ears of our hearts be attentive to your word. May we seek and find you. Awakened to your presence, may we be joyful, embodying peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-awareness. May we follow your teaching, seeking also the wisdom of the Holy Fathers and Mothers. May we therefore commit to community, love of earth, stability, peace, and justice making. Amen. Good evening, everybody. In 2 days' time, my granddaughter will be just 1 month old. My joy at her birth has reminded me of how we are encouraged in the scriptures to become as little children. But how do we become childlike rather than childish? I would like to share my reflections about this with you for our meditation practice this evening. The main passage in the Bible is in St. Matthew at chapter 18. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He called a child, set him in front of them and said, "I tell you this, unless you turn around and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Let a man humble himself till he is like this child, and he will be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." What does it mean to turn around and to humble oneself like a child? There are clues in the Gospel of Thomas, in which the importance of resembling children is a common theme. Logia 4 reads, Jesus said, "The old man in days will not hesitate to ask a little child of 7 days about the place of life, and he will live. For many who are first shall become last, and they shall be a single one." Logia 17 reads, Jesus said, "I will give you what no eye has seen, and what no ear has heard, and what no hand has touched, and what has not arisen in the heart of man." A newborn child knows nothing of the world. Everything is new and full of wonder. Their senses are keen, but what they see, hear, touch and think, for them, has never been seen, heard, touched, or thought before. It is all amazing and filled with wonder. I was sitting holding my little granddaughter and gently patting her back to bring up wind, when I noticed that she was gazing intently with big round eyes at something behind me. I looked round and noticed that every time I moved my arm, it was shaking the branch of a tree behind me. The leaves were moving, and she was focusing with amazement on the movement. Such strange round green things appearing out of nowhere. So this is how we must become, prepared to look at the world and everything and being in it as if for the first time, full of wonder, and most importantly, without any preconceived ideas, beliefs, assumptions, or opinions. Just seeing, noticing just what is in its original shape and form, before it has entered our heads and been processed with comparisons, perceptions, and prejudices. With humility, and in other words, letting go of any input from the ego. This is also the practice of meditation or centering prayer. Just to be present, noticing the actual experience, and letting go of all thoughts, views, and interpretations which may arise. And this is the practice which we need to take with us into the world and into all our relationships with it and with each other. There is, however, something to be added to this teaching. We cannot literally become as a tiny child which has no experience of the world and has much to learn about it. The Aryan people, literally the noble ones, who migrated from Persia to northern India in about 1500 BCE, long before the development of both Hinduism and Buddhism, taught that there were 32 marks of a great man. The teaching was actually a paradox, but no one saw it. Every time a spiritual tradition arose, its adherents maintained that their teacher, their founder, had the 32 marks of a great man. This was particularly true of the historical Buddha. Moreover, a tradition developed that the great man, or Superman, with his 32 marks, was, or would be, a strong, powerful, and perhaps ruthless leader. The idea was taken up by philosophers like Nietzsche, and tragically by the Nazis. The Aryans were in fact accomplished physicians with a good knowledge of anatomy, and most of the 32 signs can indeed be found in Gray's Anatomy. The paradox was that they are not characteristics of a powerful adult, but those of a baby in the womb about to be born. The great man, or great person, as we would say nowadays, was not the strongest, but the weakest and most vulnerable member of society. The Aryans were teaching, had we listened, that to be truly great, we had to become as little children, new to the world, something which Jesus also understood and imparted. But there was a twist to the Aryan's paradoxical teaching. The 32nd sign was a circle with 1,000 spokes appearing on the soles of the feet. You can still see images or statues of the Buddha with this symbol shown on his feet. This was also an anatomical feature, but not one which appeared on the feet of any baby. It represents an eye, and the eye stood for seeing, awareness, and wisdom. By positioning it on the feet of a great person, the Aryans were teaching that we must not only become as little children, but must also do so from a foundation and base of wisdom and experience. So we must see things as they really are, free from opinions about them and prejudice. But we must also see them with eyes of wisdom, understanding what they consist of, how they have come into the state of being, and how things work in the world. Not judging, but knowing and understanding. So these are the qualities which truly connect us and which make up the kingdom of heaven, which Jesus said is within us and around us. The qualities of clearly seeing things as they truly are, with humility and appreciation, but also with understanding and wisdom. These things, selfless appreciation, compassion, and wisdom, together constitute love. I'm looking forward to seeing my little granddaughter develop, and I hope flourish as long as I am around. And I can wish her nothing better than to retain the childlike qualities of exploration with joy and wonder, whilst at the same time growing in appreciation of every aspect of the world, in understanding of it, and in wisdom. So let us find and move into a comfortable position, relaxing the body, noticing its contact with the chair or cushion and with the floor, letting go of the efforts, difficulties and worries of our day, and bringing ourselves into the peace of the present moment. Noticing our breathing as it slows and deepens, giving attention to any points of tension or discomfort. If you use a sacred word, you might notice its rhythm, perhaps coordinating it with the breathing, or simply focus on the candle or on the breathing, returning to the point of focus whenever you are aware of the mind wandering off, in a spirit of non-judgmental acceptance, accepting everything which arises, whether it be a sound, a thought, a feeling, pleasant or unpleasant, or another distraction, and noticing it just as it is, without adding anything by way of wanting, not wanting, judging or analysing, returning with ease and joy to the meditation object. The meditation will last for 25 minutes and will begin and end with the sound of the bell. I would like to end with a short poem by the mystic William Blake. The poem is called Infant Joy. I have no name. I am but 2 days old. What shall I call thee? I happy am. Joy is my name. Sweet joy befall thee. Pretty joy, sweet joy, but 2 days old. Sweet joy I call thee. Thou dost smile, I sing the while. Sweet joy befall thee. Closing prayer. Loving and eternal God, we thank you for the gifts of prayer, meditation and contemplation. We thank you for being with us and for this community. May we therefore pray with all others as one community, one world, and one spirit to one God. Moments of your personal prayer follow. Amen.